This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPIAL champions.
The New Shannock Lancers are WPIAL Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. That will do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McCain makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
His Menitis works through Rinson. Has a chance. Score!
Off the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. That's recovered. And did they get her? They did!
He has wide open. Dave McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Nikai High Fieldhouse. It's high school basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Tonight, it's North Allegheny Tigers and the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. North Allegheny Tigers come in at 4-6 overall, 1-3 in section play, while the Canes come in undefeated in 11 games and 6-0 in section play. Hi again, everyone. I'm Tim Continental along with James Dodson as we bring you tonight's game here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. We got a good one here for you here today, as the Canes will try to keep their streak alive at game number 12 this season, and you are listening part of the Castle Asphalt pregame show here in Newcastle.
11-0 the Newcastle Red Hurricanes team to start the year. A perfect 6-0 in section play as well. And when you look at the section standings, it is, to call it a logjam would put it very nicely, Tim, because, yeah, Canes alone at the top, but look at spots 3 through 8. One game separating Woodland Hills and Butler at 3-3 versus North Allegheny and Pine Ridge and all the way down there with Seneca Valley, Fox Chapel each at 2-4. And by the way, there's already one game in this section in the book, so these sections not up to date as of about an hour ago. Woodland Hills defeated North Hills by about 20. So keep that in mind as Woodland Hills and North Hills are now tied in second place. Again, a logjam really not 3 through 8, but 2 through 8. The Canes at the top, but a grind each and every night here in what has been shocking, not at all, of a crazy, jam-packed Section 1 in Class 6A.
No question about it, and that is a look at our Axe standings. Axe is Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service open to the public. Axe takes people to work, play, and anywhere else they need to go. You can find more information going to www.rideaxebus.org. James, let's take a look at our impact players coming into tonight's game. Our impact players will be brought to you by Nick's Auto Body. Collision repair, painting, and detailing. Full service mechanical interior cleaning. Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands.
Well, for Newcastle, I mean, I think the impact player, we'll talk more about him throughout the course of this, is Damien Harrison. He's about 30 points away from hitting his 1,000th career point in his career. He's at about 870 overall in terms of points while he's at Newcastle, but he's 37 points away from his career, played his freshman year, or part of his freshman year, I should say, at Kennedy Catholic, with a lot of injuries throughout the course of his freshman year. But he's been a player, and you'll hear us talk about it with Coach Blundo during our pregame interview here, Tim. He's never been the guy. He's never been the number one scorer on his team, and even this year, he's the number 2 scorer right now, averaging 17 a game, but he's been that consistent, all the way through. 10 to 12 points early in his career, 15, 16 points per game, but he's getting the grind stuff too. 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds a game. Last couple of games, he only had 3 rebounds on Tuesday in the win here against Pine Richland. Only 1 rebound in the game on Friday against Fox Chapel. I think that's where he's been at his best, is when he's the one crashing the boards. Last year against Fox Chapel in the game here, he had 20 rebounds in that game. I think you're going to see more of Damian Harrison going up to the rack, not only to slam it home, but to get the rebounds. And that's what's going to be the thing to drive the Canes even to another level, is watching him and the rest of this Newcastle team perform on the rebounding edge of things.
All right, let's take our first time out of our pregame show. When we come back, we'll have more here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Back here in the Castle Asphalt pregame show, get a chance to talk with Canes head coach Rob Blundo. Coach, 2 hard-fought section wins last week. Tight games throughout. Just talk about the team coming off the long break and getting 2 gritty victories.
Yeah, I think it's just a precursor of what it's going to be. I mean, it's every night in this league. Every team is desperate and playing hard, and nobody goes away. Team loses a couple games, and it doesn't change the way they approach things. That's just kind of how this league is. A lot of great coaches, so we know what we're getting every night, and it just we're going to be in for a fight every night, and we're okay with that.
Tonight's game wraps up the first half of the section season. Just talk about some of the things that you've seen the best improvement on with the team, and some things you want to continue to see improvement on tonight and into the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've had ups and downs. We showed periods of growth, and then other times we're not doing some of the things that I think we need to do in order to be great. I think we're moving in the right direction, and again, the ultimate goal is to be where you want to be come end of February and early March.
Defense and rebounding, Coach, always 2 of the keys you talk about the most. You're right around that 40 points per game allowed mark that you always want. And rebounding, especially on the offensive glass, has been absolutely huge. Just talk about those 2 aspects of your game this year.
Yeah, it's been great all year. It wasn't great against Fox Chapel, and I credit to Fox Chapel for that. They were physical. They did a really good job of boxing out, and I didn't think we flooded the glass the way we like to. But that's a really important piece of what we do in terms of getting extra possessions through turnovers and offensive rebounds. So we have to continue to do that, and it's not easy in this league because the bodies are big and the coaches are good.
Talk about the 2 guys who've been coming off the bench for you, Quaylen Davis and Jermaine Walker, especially what they've done on the offensive glass in the last few games.
Yeah, and those guys have been really good, both Quaylen and Quaylen's finally getting healthy with that elbow. I think it bothers him still here and there. And Jermaine is just a really good young player, tough kid, understands how to compete. He's been really a great addition to this team, and we're not surprised that he's playing as well as he is.
Damian Harrison's approaching the 1,000-point mark. Never the top scorer in any of his 3 years here, but just talk about his progression over the course of time, just being a consistent, 10, 12 point a game, now 15, 16 point a game player.
Yeah, that's been Dame. He's just been a 15-8 guy really his whole career, and he's got a perimeter game, he's got an inside game, rebounds the basketball. When he plays with really high energy, he's really, really, really good, and that's our challenge, to keep him playing at that high level.
Final question, Coach. North Allegheny on tap tonight. Just talk about what you see with the Tigers and how you're going to take them down tonight.
Yeah, really good overall size and excellent execution. Great new coach in Rob Niederberger, who was at Shaler for a long time, good friend. It's the same. It's like, they're mirror images, these teams that we play in the league. They're all the same. They all play hard. They're all well coached. They all execute. They all defend, they all rebound. So, every night it's a war, and you just got to do what you got to do to take care of business.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight. Here's the game starting lineups and opening tip here from the Nuke High Fieldhouse when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Welcome back here to the Neat High Fieldhouse as we get ready for tonight's game between North Allegheny Tigers and the Red Hurricanes of Newcastle. Looking at the trip live, Class A rankings, that of course has Newcastle on top at 11-0, followed by Central Catholic Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebanon, and North Hills. Dropping out this week is Norway, but not a big surprise seeing Newcastle with that undefeated record at the top of the list.
No, it's not. It's also, again, not a surprise to see these rankings switching basically each and every week, Tim, because you look at the fact North Hills currently, or started the week at number 5, but then again, they've already lost today to Woodland Hills. That game started at 4 o'clock to accommodate people getting from the game and going down to see the big game in the NFL playoffs here tonight, some Monday night football. We're glad we got some Monday night basketball action here for you. And for Newcastle fans at least, I know rooting against the black and gold and hoping the black and yellow can then pull it out on the gridiron here later tonight. But Newcastle and Central Catholic, or Newcastle and North Hills, the only 2 currently in those rankings. Central Catholic alone at 6-0 in Section 2. Upper St. Clair and Mount Lebanon a game and 2 games behind respectively. It's going to be very fun to see how those 2 teams, or those 3 teams, really played out the rest of the way. But this North Allegheny team, very, very balanced. We'll talk more about them here after the playing of our national anthem here by the Newcastle Pep Band.
sections. Before we get into that real quickly, Newcastle averaging 63 points per ball game, while North Allegheny coming in tonight averaging just under 50 points per ball game. They're giving up 50, while Newcastle is only giving up 41 points per game.
And that's the magic number you heard Coach Blundo talk about. He wants to be 10 points per quarter allowed or less. That gets you that 40 points per game number. So your starting five coming up for first-year head coach Rob Niegerberger, again, former coach at Shaler and Burrell for the North Allegheny Tigers, again coming in with a 6-7 overall record, 2-4 in section play. Jaleel Archer, the junior, along with fellow junior Jack Kinfrost, and the three seniors, Ben Coffin, Blake Kraft, and Justin Stalter. On the other side for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes under Coach Ralph Blundo, the freshman Marino Graham, 13 points per game, coming off of one of his best offensive performances of the year on Friday night. Led the team with 17 in that game. The sophomore Kai Cox, leading scorer, just under 18 points per contest. And the three seniors, Jaden Schaefer, the 6'2 senior, 3 points per game. Chase Lemon also at 3 points per contest, and Damian Harrison at 17 points per game, the 6'4 senior, coming up on 1,000 points in his career. So again, it's Archer, Stalter, Kraft, Coffin, and Kinross for North Allegheny. Graham, Harrison, Levin, Cox, and Schaefer, the starting five for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. And your officials tonight, it is Officials Appreciation Week across the PIAA, so big thanks to them. Mark Schmidt, Frank Torbert, and Gabe Mile.
All right, today's starting lineups have been brought to you by the Green Room Grill. The Green Room Grill is the place to be on Thursdays and Saturday nights for football and wings. Appetite special during football Saturdays and wing special on Thursdays and Saturday evenings. Takeout orders available at thegreenroom.com. All right, we are just moments away here from tonight's tip-off here as North Allegheny and Newcastle will get started here.
Tim, real quick, your LGKG home team advantage. I mean, obviously the greatest home court advantage when you're playing here with the Canes. It's about pressure defense first and foremost, and Tigers have to be able to do that. They have to knock down shots. Both these teams have struggled from the field the last couple of games. Offensive rebounds are going to be a big key for both these teams, and can the Tigers, they're hoping to start a double for the black and yellow here tonight.
All right, they get the opening tip. It'll be handled there by North Allegheny. Bringing the ball across is Justin Salter. He stops his dribble, throws inside, gets it to Kraft. Kraft loses control, picked up there by the Canes. That is Kai Cox on the move, down the lane, off the glass, good for two.
Credit Kai Cox with the steal. Quick hands, knocks it away, and Cox coast to coast.
Canes showing some pressure in the backcourt. North Allegheny brings it into the forecourt. They throw it outside to Kraft. Into the corner, three taken, up and good by Archer. Graham bounces it pass to Schaefer. Gives it back to Graham. Graham goes left side to Lemon as they work it back around to Cox. Cox drives into the arc, works down underneath the basket, throws it back around. They work it around, pass it up. The shot was Harrison. Drives into the lane, uses the glass for two.
Good job getting into the lane. 2 lead changes already in the first minute of play. Using the glass too, love that. The long lost art of using the backboard.
Kaufman with the ball here for NA. Guarded there by Lemon. Just underway here in the first quarter here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse. They work it outside the arc, give it to Kraft. Work it down underneath, and Kraft is going to get, I think they're going to get a reach-in foul against Cox, and that's exactly what it'll be. That'll be the first foul of tonight's game. With 6:32 here to play in the first quarter. They throw it up top and get it to Kaufman. Kaufman will try a deep three for the wing, good.
Went for the steal in the inbounds pass to Lemon, but he ends up being completely out of position. As a result, Coffin just steps into a wide open tray and drains it.
Cox drives into the yard, down underneath, pass to the corner. Lemon from the wing, good.
But that's a big answer. You give it up, you get it right back for the little man, Chase Lemon, for 3.
Canes by 1. They bring it up with Kraft. Kraft drives into the lane, goes to the left side. Ball partially blocked there, picked up by the Canes. As they bring the ball up, that is Graham. At to Harrison, into the corner. Shot taken, good. Lemon for a second three.
Back to back, draining them.
4-point lead here for the Canes. As Kaufman brings the ball up, he stops his dribble, and we're going to get a whistle in the backcourt.
And now you will get a foul on Lemon for the hand check, it looks like. But I love the extra pass on that last three-pointer there, too. Sacrificing a good shot for a great shot. His 11th and 12th made threes of the year, by the way.
They throw it in, and Salter runs it down in the backcourt. Salter with the ball into the forecourt. As the ball stolen away by Cox, and they're going to get a whistle and a foul. They'll get that on Justin Salter. That'll be his first. 5:30 remaining here, first quarter.
So far, North Allegheny, they've gotten a couple outside shots. They've drained them. Both these teams, again, their issue has been the shooting hasn't been great. Well, Newcastle's right now 4 for 4 from the field. North Allegheny is 2 for 3.
Harrison with the ball, gets to the right side to Graham. Graham drives in the arc, goes across the court, a little off target for Lemon, and go into North Allegheny's bench, and they'll turn the ball over.
Medora Bonner Law changing possession. Make sure you protect your possessions from the local firm at MedoraBonnerLaw.com. One final score already in, by the way, tonight, Tim. Union Girls already with a victory in their game against Eden Christian in a mercy rule fashion as they wrap up the first half of section play.
Salters with the ball, top of the key. Gonna have the ball knocked away there by Chase Lemon, and they'll throw it in on the far side. With 5:07 here to play, first quarter.
Good job again in the half court. I mean, really a missed steal on the one inbounds pass lead to an open three, but really other than that, I think the defense has been solid in the first 3 minutes for the Canes. Here's another steal.
Goes for the steal, and it gets loose. Ball will be knocked about. Last touch looks like from Graham. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, great recovery. I believe it was Stalter who got poked away by Marino Graham, but he didn't give up, came back, saved it, and threw it off of Graham, or off of Cox to knock it away and get an extra possession.
Salters brings it up. Goes right side. Gives it to Archer. Archer drives underneath. Throws outside. That's Kraft for three. Roll for it. No good. Rebound there by Brinkley. Brinkley goes up strong for two.
Said offensive glass was going to be key for both these teams. Right now, early edge on the glass, though it's very early in the game, here for NA.
And then runner from the right side there by Kai Cox for two.
Now when Kai Cox gets rolling, he's able to get in the lane. That's when he's his most dangerous.
Kraft drives into the arc on the left side. Spins to the hole, takes it to the glass, good for two.
Yeah, beautiful move over that inside shoulder by Blake Kraft. Senior getting the early bucket, lead back down to 2.
With the ball is Graham, puts it over to Cox, to Lemon, to work it over to Harrison. Looked at a three, they'll pass it up, they'll work it back around the right side. To Graham, top of the key to Cox, he'll try a three, front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Salters. Salters is going to get it out as they roll it through, up and go. Out of bounds. Pass touch there by Newcastle. Dobriak is in the ball game.
We're going to get a timeout here called by North Allegheny. Just midway through the opening quarter, 30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take the timeout and save money on your insurance with a local agent at Pontius Insurance. A little up and down, and we mentioned again, 10 points per quarter is what you want defensively, but you've given up 10 in the first half of the first quarter, Tim. So what if Newcastle? I think the main thing is they got to be able to do a better job of keeping guys out of the lane on that offensive glass. They've got a couple of pokeaways and a couple of steals, but they got to be able to have a full, defensive moment lasting the entire possession, and they can't give up those easy offensive rebounds. A couple here in the early going, very un-Canes-like. On the offensive front, you can hear from the coaches here. Good movement, but nobody's setting a screen. Got to get a screen. You can screens from the screen or get those open looks down on the block. I'd like to see a little bit more in that motion offense of setting a aggressive and effective screen down on the block especially.
Walker in the game now for the Canes. And they throw it in, they get it outside. That is Kaufman for three, good.
Banked it in.
And there's a 1-point lead here for the Tigers. ball in the forecourt. 3 minutes, 30 seconds here to play in the first. Walker throws it into the corner, gets it back. They give it over to Graham. The cutter, that is Graham trying to get alley-oop. And a little behind Harrison, so unsuccessful. They bring it up with Kraft. And that's going to be a charge against Kraft.
Yeah, Kraft cracked his way in, and Cox stood his ground and takes the easy charge as you check it out on your LCAP instant replay. Yeah, it lowers his shoulder, great defensive positioning. I like the play coming out of the timeout there for Newcastle. Get one of your set plays to get into the high post. That's where you're going to be most successful anyway when you get the ball to the high post, especially against this 3-2 zone defense NA's brought out.
And that was another Moderna Barlaw turnover. Canes with the ball in the forecourt. Walker pass inside to get it back. They work it around, top of the key. That is Graham for three. Shot no good. Rebound underneath. Cox shot no good. Got it by Quaylen. Gets it back out. And a three by Graham again, no good. Graham follows it up on a runner. Good with the foul. Marino Graham never gave up. Took 2 shots from outside the arc. His third shot's a runner, and it good with the foul. He's looking for the third point.
Yeah, you know, can't get it in the new fashion. Let's go old-fashioned for the freshman. But I love that. Following the shot once, twice, thrice. Finally on the 14th, able to get it in. And that's the tenacity that you love seeing. Three-point play is good. We got a foul on the rebound. And I think it's going to go against Newcastle.
Yeah, I believe they're going to get Quaylen for this one.
Yeah, Quaylen Davis will pick up the personal. Free throw will still count, though.
15-13 lead here for the Canes.
3 fouls apiece on the Canes and the Tigers.
They get it into Archer as they get it right back to Kraft. Archer will bring it across the timeline, work it down in the corner. Kraft drives down the lane. Underneath scoop, rolls the rim, no good. Rebound by NA, lose control, picked up by Walker. Walker loses control and is picked up by Brinkley for NA as they get the ball back.
Well, both these teams so well coached. You get a turnover, you sprint back, you get it right back the other way. Great job on both ends of the court by both the Tigers and the Canes.
They get it outside. That is Kaufman with the ball. They work it left side. Back to Archer, drives baseline, throws over the head. That was a intended receiver. And now we'll go and turnover for the NA. Gives the ball back to the Canes with 1:52 here to play.
Well, let's hope the only overthrows we see for black and gold tonight come from those kind of passes here on the hardwood and not at Acrisure Stadium tonight.
Graham with the ball as he brings the ball in the forecourt. Over to Walker, back to Graham. Work it inside to Cox. Cox struggles, works inside, gives it back out. That's Walker from the corner. No good. Kaiwa Cox with the rebound, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on a reach-in against NA. They're going to get that one against Salters. That'll be his second.
Stalter, the 6'3 senior, is probably the leading scorer on this team coming back from a year ago, averaged about 9 points a game last season, Tim. They're so balanced that it's not a huge deal, but he is your senior leader on both sides of the court. No surprise he's staying in there with 2 fouls.
Graham with the ball, top of the key, drives with the left hand, and it's going to be a hit rejected from behind. And that was Braden Brinkley making the play from behind.
Yeah, they switched it up there on the inbounds to try to get some extra information.
Get it inside. That is Cox. Shot no good. Ball by Davis. Davis taps it in.
Yeah, Cox lost it, got it back, couldn't get it to go, but Quaylen Davis right there, Johnny on the spot.
Stolen by Walker. Walker on the move. Off the glass. Good for 2.
Hey, mister. Look at that right off the bench. Back-to-back bench buckets there, First and Davis.
As they bring the ball back up, 45 seconds remaining here in the quarter. With the ball is Kaufman. Kaufman guarded there by Walker. He gets by Walker down the left lane with the left hand shot. No good. Rebound there by Cox. 33 seconds to play. Working down inside. That is blocked again by Harrison. Shot was blocked. They'll get it back out. To Dubiak. He goes up. Strong shot. No good. Foul is on the Canes with 24 seconds remaining.
Walker, good job to at least make a murder from the line, but a dangerous foul there. Kind of got him on the back, and real close to him. You could have called that intentional, really close to it.
Here's the shot, it's up and good. 19-14 lead here for the Canes.
Again, surprising. With only 24 seconds left, I thought maybe you would take Stalter out with those 2 fouls just to make sure he doesn't get a cheap one. But again, trusting your senior, trusting your leader to go and make a play.
He hits them both, and it's a 4-point lead here for the Canes.
And knocking them down from the Prodigies for free for a line.
Real pressure shown in the backcourt. Graham with the ball. Graham falls through the play, down to 17 seconds.
Beaver 2!
Graham with the ball down to 9 seconds. Over to Walker, to Cox. 6 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2. Cox. Deep 3. Rolls the rim, no good. We played one here in Newcastle as the Canes lead North Allegheny by 4, 19-15. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by El Capital.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
8 minutes on the clock. As the Canes enter the second quarter, leading by 4.
Newcastle 8 of 18 from the field in the first quarter. 5 of 9, over 50% for North Allegheny. Just Newcastle's gotten more shots up.
Harrison with the ball, bounce pass over to Cox. Cox takes a deep 3, good.
13th 3 of the year. Kai Cox, hand down, man down.
They're working right down the court. Up and good by O'Neill.
Now both teams each with 6 players in the scorebook here in the early going. Really spread it out. One field goal for everybody on North Allegheny.
Yeah. They work the ball up. They get it into the corner, and it's Harrison for 3. Good. Davidson is on the board. Damian Harrison now with 5 in the game.
Now the message in the huddle was we need to turn it up on intensity defensively, but how about that coming right out and draining 2 downtown shots from Cox and that one from Damian Harrison.
They work it down. Ball loose, picked up there by Archer. Give it back out to O'Neill, working in the corner, shot in and out, rebound there by Schaefer. Give it over to Graham as it comes to the forecourt. Graham over to Cox for 3, in and out. Ball loose on the ground and rolls to it upside down. O'Neill, I believe, and a timeout by the Tigers.
Yeah, North Allegheny got him before he did that little rollover. Called timeout call taken from the bench by Coach Nieberger. It is another 30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Yeah, that was impressive. I don't know how he avoided.
I don't know how he did it either.
Well, and, I mean, just
rolled
again,
right into his.
right on the Johnny on the spot though as a coach to call a timeout when he did to maintain the possession. Again, let's take a look at the out-of-town score. We're brought to you by the Newcastle Chains Authority. They're going your way, serving the city of Newcastle with stops throughout Lawrence County. You see all the scores or all the games going on tonight on the bottom line. We'll update those throughout the course of the night as well. Union already with a big victory in their game against Eden Christian. We mentioned here in Class 6A boys action, a Woodland Hills victory over North Hills that gives the Canes already a 3-game edge because every other team in the conference now, Tim, with at least 3 losses.
They get it in, and it's Kaufman with the ball as he brings in the forecourt. Kaufman drilling with the left hand. Bounce pass underneath to O'Neal, gives it back out to Archer. Double dribble, yes.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, it took a second to make the call, but had to make sure. I like that. If you give it a second, Archer's trying to say it was knocked out of his hands, but I like that by the official. You give it a second, you think about it, make sure you replay it in your head properly, and then yes, that was the correct call. Double dribble, possession over to the Canes on the Medora Bonner Law, change of possession.
Give it over to Cox. Give it over to Harrison. Drives. He's going to be fouled there on the block by Kinross. That'll be the first foul of the second quarter for North Allegheny. They throw it up top. They give it to Cox, out to Harrison, back to Lemon to Cox. Cox finds Schaefer, but a little too tough. Picked up there by Kaufman. Kaufman brings the ball up, gives it over to Archer. Archer in the corner. Stops his dribble. Ball's loose. Kinross on the ground, picks it up. Lost, picked up there by the Canes. At the Lemon. Lemon off the glass, too.
Never gave up. Bodies on the floor, Tim. All over the floor. You get it once, you get it twice, and finally you get the odd man rusher as a result. Good job running the floor by Lemon. Good find by Graham, too.
They give it up top. That is Salters with the ball. Guarded there by Graham. Salters. They're going to get a reach in, I believe, against Schaefer. That'll be his first.
Team's first of the quarter, as well as Blake Kraft will re-enter and Brady Brinkley in for the first time. North Allegheny goes about 9 or 10 deep pretty regularly, Tim, so keep an eye on that over the course of the game. But much deeper of a team than Newcastle, and basically deeper than any other team you see in this section.
Yep. They work it down into the arc, and we got a whistle stop and play.
I think it's going to be against Schaefer again.
Yes, it is.
Back-to-back fouls, and that was sort of a little miscommunication between him and Graham of whether they were going to switch on the screen or not, and that left him a half step behind. Didn't move the feet quickly enough to pick up that block.
Archer with the ball. Gets it over to Salters. Back to Archer. Drives into the lane. Right hand. Off the rim. No good. Rebound there by the Canes. Get it out to Cox. Cox drives underneath with the right hand. Rolls the rim. Good.
Used the extra step he had. A little fake the pass to the corner to Lemon. Had a wide open lane as a result. Nifty move up the window, too.
Nice pass underneath to Brinkley. Can't handle it. Shot good. Out to Lemon. Lemon with the left hand off the glass. Good.
Lemon, first player in double figures. Man, he is running up and down the court, and they're finding, they're rewarding the future Slippery Rock wide receivers. He's running the go routes.
His back in off is Ben Kaufman. 21-17 lead here for the Canes.
8-0 run for Newcastle.
They work it in the corner to Kraft. Kraft drives baseline, works underneath, loses control, and last touch by the Canes going out of bounds. He'll stay in control with NA before 11 here to play in the second quarter.
I like what Newcastle's doing here. Saw it a little bit last week too, Tim, but they're getting these guys off the bench right around the midway point of the quarter, keeping fresh legs as much as they can here throughout the course of the early stages of the game.
Archer with the ball, gives it up to Kaufman. Works it over to Kraft. Work it down into the corner, that is Brinkley. Drives baseline, and they pull it back out. They work it up top. They get it over to Brinkley. And we're going to get a travel call, and they'll turn the ball back over to Newcastle with 3:47 here to play.
Yeah, it's not quite on the same page. Brinkley was looking for the pass, and his teammate went back door. Unfortunately, he had already made that commitment. Tried to drag the pivot foot, nearly did.
ball in the forecourt.
Johnny Mossbacker checked in at the last possession. How about this? No shot clock for another 3 years, so they're content. They're just going to dribble it here on the NC logo. I mean, they got an 8-0 run, and this is where you have to
make sure they come out and try to guard them.
No, and this is the question that you want to say is, you got the momentum. Do you want to keep it going, or do you say, hey, let's make them play our game a little bit because we got the double-digit lead?
And the Canes going to move the ball around, and Archer goes for the steal and gets it. Over to Shelter, back to Archer for three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Marino Graham. Graham on the forecourt. Graham dribbling through traffic, down the lane, dumps it off to Quaylen Davis. 4-2.
Great pass. I don't know how Graham avoided the charge call, but he controlled his body enough. Maybe a bit of a flop. That's enough to be able to get now a 10-0 run. Good find to Davis on the drop-off, too.
The ball's going to be loose, picked up there again by Kaufman. Lemon on the defense here for the Canes. Kaufman dribbling, gives it over to Archer. Archer gets it back up top. As they work it down, back out to Kraft. After Kaufman for three, shot no good. Rebound there by Cox. Cox brings the ball in the forecourt.
6 rebounds for Cox unofficially.
Cox spins it in, takes a shot, no good. Ball batted around, picked up by Walker. Gives it back to as they work it around the arc. Give it over to Davis. Davis to Cox. Cox makes a nice move. Gets inside, picks up the foul. Shot's no good. And I'll put Kai Cox at the line shooting two.
But the worst thing is a foul from behind by Stalter, and that is his third for North Allegheny. As Kai Cox, shooting 70% for the Parada Jones-McCree free throw line on the year, makes the first one. Parada Jones-McCree, attorneys at law, excellence is our guarantee. And I'll tell you what, this is one of the most excellent Newcastle free throw shooting teams that we've seen in the last dozen years. Tim, shooting over 70% from the line on the season.
Cox looks and shoots and puts it off the rim. Rebound there by North Allegheny as they bring the ball out. And it's Ben Coffin gives it out to Kraft, off his fingers and out of bounds. And that turnover will give it back to the Canes. There's 1:41 here to play in the first half. Canes doubling them up, 34-17.
How about 6 lead changes in the first quarter, Tim, but an 11-0 run here by Newcastle through the middle stages of the second quarter certainly put that to change.
Walker gives it to Cox. And underneath that is Davis with 6 here in the first half.
Beautiful little drive, draw, dish of the rock. Dickie Vitale will be real happy with that one.
Coffin brings it to the forecourt. Coffin gives it over to Archer. Guarded it by Walker. Works inside, takes it to the hole. He's going to travel with the ball.
Yeah, took an extra step on the Euro step there, did Jaleel Archer. He's a guy that has gotten so much better from last year to this year, but just that time, the quick feet, well, too quick, as he took the extra stutter step before he went up to the rim.
With the ball is Graham. Give it over to Walker to Cox. Down under a minute here to play. Backdoor pass. Shot no good. Rebound there on the ground. We're going to get a whistle and a reach in against Walker, and that'll be his second.
That one's unfortunate because it's a great back door, but I think Graham halfway up for going with the little runner off the window. Saw that he had Harrison coming back door looking for an alley-oop, and it was kind of between the shot and the pass as a result, so neither ended up being effective.
As they give it back over to Kaufman. Kaufman guarded there by Graham, down to 38 seconds here to play in the half. Stole away by Harrison. Harrison outside to Walker. Walker off the glass for 2.
I can't tell you how impressive that is. The jump pass, but also the leaping up and catching that bullet of a pass by Mister.
And we're going to get a charge against NA. And now turn the ball back over on the McDermott Bonner Law. Change of possession.
And again, getting there early. Khalil Davis, great job of getting into the proper position, not moving, absorbing the contact, and drawing that charge.
They bring the ball across the timeline. 12 seconds here to play in the second quarter. Down to 10, 9, 8, down to 7. Working out in the corner. Harrison for 3, overshoot. Rebound by N.A., and the clock will run out as we played the first half here at the Nikkei High Fieldhouse, and the Canes exploded in the second quarter to take a 38-17 lead here at halftime. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you ready for our halftime right here from the Nikkei High Fieldhouse. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington Hockey as our LCAP Team of the Month after winning 3 straight games to close out the 2025 calendar year, including their first win over Neshannock in 12 attempts. Congratulations to Coach McKee and the Wilmington Hockey Team, your LCAP Team of the Month.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep...
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's Peyton Newman as the December Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for scoring her 1,000th career point before the holidays. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Neshannock's Grant Hennon as the December Male Athlete of the Month for scoring 7 goals in 3 games in December on the ice. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Grant Hennon and Peyton Newman, the December Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
welcome back to the UMPC halftime show. The UMPC is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care to get you back on your feet faster. You'll find them online at upmc.com.
Well, what was it we said starting in the second quarter? They thought 15 points was too many to give up in the first quarter to Newcastle. They gave up a bucket on the first possession in transition. They didn't give up one the rest of the way. 19-2 is the score in that second quarter for Newcastle, finishing on I believe it's a 17-0 run. Check that. So yeah, 16-0 run to end the quarter. Impressive run there for Newcastle to finish off the frame, Tim, but the defensive side of things is what I think was most impressive. 7 turnovers in the quarter as well. And when you get that and you get the odd man rushes, now all of a sudden Newcastle shooting over 50% from the field. North Allegheny was over 50 in the first quarter, way down there in the second, only shooting officially 1 of 7 from the field in quarter number 2. So all advantage to the Canes, and it starts on the defensive end of things here.
It really has, and you look at what they were able to do. They got to the loose balls, they got into passing lanes, they challenged them on the dribbles, the dribble drives. They were able to correct those turnovers, and then they were able to get out on the breaks. And two of the players have really been the benefit of those breaks. Actually, 3 of them when you really get down to it. It's going to be Jermaine Walker and Chase Lemon. We talked about that. Lemon with 10 points in the first half, but also getting some of those second shot opportunities with Quaylen Davis.
Yeah, Quaylen Davis, a couple of offensive rebounds, a couple putbacks himself, and a couple that he's tapped out to a teammate. He's been really impressive on the glass. I mean, again, the entire team has very impressive. I got him for 8 offensive rebounds in the first half for Newcastle. So let's take a look at the full scoring recap here. Brought to you by Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. Chase Lemon, Kai Cox, each with 10 to lead the way. Quaylen Davis, 6 off the bench. David Harrison with 5, Jermaine Walker with 4, and Marino Graham with 3. Jaden Schaefer played in the first half but did not score for the Canes. On the other side, a pair of threes in the first quarter for Ben Kaufman, but that's the extent of the scoring. They were 3 for 3 from beyond the arc was North Allegheny in the first quarter. 0 of 3 in quarter number 2. 3 points for him, 3 points for Jaleel Archer, and then 2s the rest of the way for Bobby DePernack, Brady Brinkley, Blake Kraft, and Cole O'Neill. 6 players scoring for each team. The difference is Newcastle goes 19 in each of the 2 quarters. North Allegheny 15 in the first quarter, but only 2 in quarter number 2. There's your Creative Edge scoring recap. Fully licensed and insured architecture, construction, management services, making your project a reality. More information is available at 724-652-1372.
All right, let's take another time out. We'll come back. We'll start the second half of tonight's ball game. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington Hockey as our LCAP Team of the Month after winning 3 straight games to close out the 2025 calendar year, including their first win over Neshannock in 12 attempts. Congratulations to Coach McKee and the Wilmington Hockey Team, your LCAP Team of the Month.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Second half coming your way here from the Nika High Fieldhouse. Tim, real quick, some stuff going on the rest of the week. We got Union Neshannock boys basketball tomorrow. We got Newcastle bowling on Wednesday as they take on Neshannock Shenango's combination team. Then we got doubleheader back here at the Fieldhouse on Thursday. We also have Wilmington girls basketball on Thursday night as well.
All right, third quarter begins. As NA with the ball as they get it out to King Cross, takes a shot, no good. Rebound there by Lemon. Lemon outlets it to Graham as he brings the ball in the forecourt. Gives it back over to Cox. Cox inside the arc, a little fadeaway jumper, shot no good. Ball on the ground, picked up there by King Cross as they get the ball back out. Over to Kaufman, shot is going to be altered as it goes into the lane and he's going to get fouled.
Yeah, good try coming back by Graham, and it was clean originally, but he fell through and followed through basically right into the body to pick up that personal. His first, no real foul trouble really, Tim, from any team. The three for Justin Stalter, a big one. I got two for Schaefer and Walker, the tough ones there for the Canes.
Kaufman's first shot is up and good.
His first points in the second half coming there from the Prado Jones McCree free throw line.
Follows it up and puts it in. He hits them both. There's 38-19 lead here, early third quarter.
That's big for them, too, to get a bucket in, even for the free throw line after ending the first half on a 17-0 run the other way.
Graham for a three, shot no good. Ball on the ground, batted around, picked up there by NA as they get it back out to Archer. Archer drives inside the arc, now gives it back out. That is Kraft with it as throw across court. Get it over to Salters. Salters going to lose control of the ball. And last touch, I believe, by Newcastle, and will stay with North Allegheny.
Couple early scores coming in on the girls' side. Union 56, Eden 27. Quaker Valley 54-30 over Elwood. And how about Olsh 51-8 over Mohawk?
Underneath scoop by Kraft, no good. Ball batted around. And last touch, I believe, again by Newcastle, stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, I don't know how that one didn't fall in from Stalter, but then anyway, missed time in a jump, allowed it to get knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the men in white.
We'll throw it in. They'll get it over to Kraft. Over to Kaufman. Kaufman guarded there by Lemon. He drives right lane, takes the runner, shot no good. Rebound there by Schaefer. Outlets it to Graham. Finds Cox on the right side, off the glass, good for two. Kai Cox now with 12 in the ball game and a turnover.
Thrown out of bounds and asking for the tip, and I think they're going to go and confer. The official right in front of the play did not see it, but he was also running up the court. Good job coming over and conferring and getting the call right as it was tipped in the backcourt.
So he'll stay with NA. Throw in the backcourt, give it to Justin Salters. Salters brings the ball up. Give it over to Archer, and we're going to whistle a foul, and that will be against Graham.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there. Got the shoulder in, knocked him off his mark.
That's his second. Team second here in the third quarter. Salters brings the ball up, gives it over to Archer as they work behind the arc. Salter drives down the right lane, a runner off the glass, no good. Rebound there by Harrison as they give the ball over to Graham. Out to Cox. Cox drives left side, finds Schaefer underneath. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, but he's going to be fouled in the process. And they're going to get that one on Kinross. It'll be his second.
Team's first of the half.
Working down inside to Schaefer. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound. He's going to spin it, turn it back around. Rolls on the rim. No good. Ball batted in the air and picked up there by NA. Outletted it out to Kraft, and Kraft puts it up and in for two.
I don't know how either of those shots from Jaden Schaefer didn't find their way down.
Soft shots just would not fall. Graham Graham with the ball. Throws it outside. Lemon drives baseline. Gives it back out as they work it around the arc. Give it over to Cox from the left side for three. Rim no good. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul underneath. And we got Kinross down on the floor.
Yeah, I think Schaefer was grabbed. I thought they were going to get the foul on Kinross for the grab, but on the follow through coming down, basically an incidental arm gets Kinross across the face, and that's where they are going to get the personal against Schaefer, so that'll be his third.
So a little pressure here by the Canes in the backcourt. Kaufman with the ball. Passes into the forecourt. Gives it over to Salters. Salters looking for some help and gets it as he moves over to the right side. Gives it over to Kaufman. Drives into the lane. Ball reached in, stolen by Cox. Cox brick out to Harrison. Harrison makes a nice move. Takes it to the hole for two.
Body control of these Newcastle Red Hurricanes when they run the floor. Great body control to avoid contact in the lane.
And I think we get the charge, right?
Nah, they're going to call the travel before the charge. It would have been a charge.
Yeah.
Would have been a charge no matter what. Either way, it is a Maduro law change in possession.
Get it into Lemon, give it right back to Cox. Cox brings the ball in the forecourt. Throw across court. That is Lemon for three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Salters. Get it out to Kraft as they get it down. Dopiega, he takes a shot off the glass. Good. With
and
the
one.
whistle.
And one, it looks like. And they're going to get it as Davis came across late. Looks like only Bobby DePerac to try to complete the and one now.
Dopiak at the line. And the ball's going to be no good. Rebound there by the Canes. As they bring the ball up with Cox. Cox over to Walker. Give it right back to Cox. Work it down in inside to Walker. Walker for two.
Jermaine Walker, 6 points on the night. He averages 6 off the bench. The little things.
And they work it down underneath. Shot taken, no good. Cox there, going to get a tie-up.
Possession will go over to the Canes on the tie-up. Coming up after the game, Tim will announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game, as well as your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. And this time of year, you're spending too much time on the bleachers. Make sure you go to Doctors Mitch Maley, Chris Audra, and Kelsey Bowser. They'll get you straightened out.
Cox brings it inside, looks it over for Davis. They throw it back out for three from Walker. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Graham. Give it over to Cox. Cox will try Walker again from the third line, and it's short, picked up by Davis. And Davis is going to get fouled on the reach-in.
I think before the
timeout.
Yeah, timeout called by Newcastle. 30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Got another final score in. Shenango 82, Neshannock 10. I said that backwards. Apologies. Neshannock 82, Shenango 10. Sorry for the minor heart attack there, as the Lancers are undefeated through the first half of section play. While I want to talk about our foundation of the night. Foundation plays from Doran Concrete, laying the foundation for your home business at doranconcrete.com. Your foundation plays, to say the very least, have got to be the offensive rebounds. Newcastle, again, just all over it. I got them for 10 offensive rebounds on the night. Again, not quite as much as they had a week ago when we were here, and they had 22 offensive rebounds in the game, but it's those possessions right there. You get a second chance, you get a third chance, maybe in a fourth chance effort is where they can be absolutely lethal. And shooting percentage doesn't look great when those things happen, Tim, but my goodness, it can be so degrading as a defense. You made a stop. Oh, wait, we didn't. Oh, maybe you stopped. Nope, you just still didn't. Got to go and fight another part of the possession.
That is Harrison off the glass, good for two.
Harrison now with 9. And a steal.
Away by Walker. As they go to the lane, that's Harrison. Good with the foul.
And the difference on that one, is that Blake Kraft, you can see the emotion from the official, slid in at the last second to try to draw the charge, knew he wasn't in position, so then he tried to slide completely out of the way, and Harrison able to get in there to get the bucket.
Harrison looking for point number 12 at the line with 3:28 remaining here in the third quarter. And rolls the rim, no good. Rebound by NA as they bring the ball to the forecourt. They work it down. Litz shot taken, no good with the rebound. Torpiak is at the line.
Yeah, a little out of control there was Bobby, but he went right, basically as you look at the LCAP instant replay, yeah, he was out of control, but Schaefer also was not quite in proper position. And a good job by the 6'3 senior as well as he went in there. He didn't lower the shoulder because that would have drawn a charge immediately. He stayed upright. Even though he's initiating most of the contact, that's a big difference.
Gaining 11.
So first free throw up and good.
Second shot and falls it through. He now has 6.
And 6 big bench points there for the Pirac. And again, this is a team that is very, again, balanced, very balanced. No one's going to score, 18, 20 points every single night. They're consistently getting that 8, 10, 12 range. Getting those bench points is going to be crucial.
So, Canes with the ball. That is going to be Cox for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Ball batted around, picked up there by NA as JB Perkins on that rebound. As they work it down inside, and the ball's going to be stripped away.
We will get a foul call, though, as I think they got him on the arm. Yeah, I thought it was pretty clean there, honestly, by Jermaine Walker, making the strip from down low, but getting him on the arm on the way up was Kai Cox for his second personal.
So Jahil Archer at the line and puts the first one through.
His first point since the first quarter.
Yeah, he had that opening 3.
North Allegheny in the bonus the rest of the way, too. Your red zone bonus at the Pro Jones McCree free throw line.
So almost 3 minutes of bonus action here for NA. Let's see if they can take advantage of it with the Canes drive into the lane. Give it back out to Walker. Walker over to Cox. Give it back over to Graham. To Davis, back to Graham for 3. Good.
Beautiful work right there. A little give and go, but instead of the go, it's just a handoff, and then the handoff becomes as an easy screen. Wide open look, and now a big steal from Walker.
Walker finds the cutter, and that is Graham, but we're going to get the charge against Walker.
Yeah, good call there, Walker, and Coach Blunt will give him the perfect demonstration. He's got to do the jump stop the whole way. He can't continue after passing it. Great job to draw the charge, too, by Stalter.
2:15 remaining here in the third quarter. NA will get it in. Kraft gets it back. Blake Kraft guarded there by Kai Cox. So they work it over to Archer down inside to Perkins. They give it back out. Dupiak up and good for 2 or 3, I believe.
Yeah, the Pirac, I tell you what, 9 points now, 7 in this quarter off of the bench.
They work it over to Davis. They're back out. Graham calls the play. 1:40 here to play in the quarter. As they give it back over to Graham in the corner. That is Harrison, drives the lane. Harrison off the glass, no good. Ball rebound there by Archer. Archer on the move. Gets it back out. That's Perkins for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by NA. They run it down in the corner. And we get a timeout here by NA.
It's going to be a full timeout. That's all they got left.
All right, and with that timeout, we'll take a timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years. And welcome back here to the Nikai Fieldhouse. 1:20 remaining here in the quarter.
And again, it is Officials Appreciation Week across the PIAA. And a nice little announcement there. And had a standing ovation for our men in stripes again tonight. We give a big thanks to that. Mark Schmidt, Frank Torbert, and Gabe Mild. Which means they got to play the Limon recording. If you think you can do a better job, go online to PIAA.org, click on Become an Official, take the test, find out how you do.
There you go. Or you can just be a high school student and take some classes.
Absolutely. Wilmington and Union have PIAA officiating classes. I know a couple more hopefully coming in other schools across the county here in the next couple of years.
As they work it down inside the Perkins, they'll drive down the baseline and they're going to get a foul against the Canes.
Yeah, just shifting at the last second was Quaylen Davis as he tried to draw the charge. The issue was earlier in the possession, looked like Perkins was going to have a wide open lane as both defenders went with the guard going to the perimeter, not Perkins, who was the one setting the screen. And just a miscommunication led to what should have been an easy layup. He just couldn't handle it, but then a good job regathering and driving the baseline there by the 6'5 sophomore.
Yep. J.B. Perkins at the line here for the Tigers. And the first shot in with a swish.
I'll tell you what, Tim, I enjoy being able to listen to some of the conversation. This is a great conversation right here. Of like, what did you see? He said, I saw him slide at the last second, and also he's a little under the hoop. I mean, you can't officially say that there's, in the restricted area because there is no such thing, but that definitely plays a factor in terms of being in a good guarding position when you are right underneath the hoop.
Yeah. As the Canes bring it up here. Down under a minute here to play in the quarter.
And now I have another video to be able to show the class on Tuesday.
As they drive into the lane off the glass, that's Kai Cox for another deuce.
14 points for Kai Cox, sends the lead back up to 22.
Throw cross court, and get it back to Kraft. Drives into the lane, finds a cutter, off the glass, and good as Perkins.
And another timeout can be called by North Allegheny. It'll be a full timeout. They only have one timeout remaining, Tim. Good job by Perkins, 3 points in the quarter, but we'll take another timeout and be back in a moment at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
And 33.6 seconds remaining here in the quarter. The Canes will bring the ball up. Give it over to Lemon. Give it right back to Cox. Over to Graham. Down to 24 seconds. Graham with the ball, down to 15 seconds. Graham dribbling with the ball down to 11. The ball's going to be stolen away by Salters as it gets it on the ground. Finds the cutter, and the ball's going to be stripped away. Last touch there by the Canes. And NA will throw it in underneath the basket with just under 3 seconds here to play in the quarter.
Yeah, great hustle back first by Graham. Couldn't cut up to it, Stalter did, but then the other two players, I think it was Lemon and Cox coming all the way back and basically sandwiching the NA player, forcing the inbounds to just under 3 to play.
As they get it into Kraft and go Archer. And the clock runs out, and that is the end of 3 quarters of basketball game here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse, with the Canes leading by 20. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's Peyton Newman as the December Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for scoring her 1,000th career point before the holidays. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Neshannock's Grant Hennon as the December Male Athlete of the Month for scoring 7 goals in 3 games in December on the ice. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Grant Hennon and Peyton Newman, the December Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
8 minutes on the clock as we enter the 4th quarter. North Allegheny with the ball. Salters handling at top of the key. Salters drives into the arc, and he's going to get a whistle and a foul, and they're going to get bailed out on the foul. So he's just about to travel with the ball. They're going to get this on Marino Graham. That'll be his 3rd. They get the ball in to Archer, over to Kraft. Kraft drives into the lane. Kraft with the left hand gets a roll and the foul. So Blake Kraft at the line looking for the 3-point play. He looks and shoots and puts it in. He has 7 tonight. And it's 53-36 lead here for the Canes.
Yeah, Tigers are really getting those trips to the PJM free throw line. And that's why they've stayed in this game. Down by 20 to start the quarter, but a good 3-point play to begin the 4th.
They go left side, give it back out to Lemon. Over to Graham. To Cox. Cox looks at a 3, gives it back to Graham. As we roll down close to 7 minutes here to play in the quarter. Give it over to Schaefer. Out in the corner. 3 for Harrison. Shot no good. Rebound there by Salters. Salters outlets it to Dobiek as he drives in the lane. Shot taken. No good. Rebound there by Cox. Cox brings the ball up. Cox for 3. Pops short. Rebound there by Harrison. Throws inside. And shot going to be, actually rebound there, going to come away with it is NA, and we're going to get a foul. And that'll be on Cox. That'll be his 3rd.
Newcastle shooting out through 3 quarters about 43% from the field. North Allegheny 33% from the field. Actually, they're still shooting 50% from the on the arc. They just haven't had nearly the looks from downtown as they did early in the contest.
They bring the ball up with Blake Kraft. Kraft gives it up in the corner. Archer brings it across. Stops at the line, gives it back out. Kaufman with the ball. They work it up top, give it back to Kraft. That is Perkins. Perkins has the ball stripped away and picked up on a loose ball by Lemon. Can't quite handle it. It hits the sideline. They'll go back over NA.
Yeah, difference is, again, North Allegheny now with 11 free throw attempts, 12 after that and 1. On the other side, just 3 free throw attempts in the game for Newcastle. Like to see a little more aggression going to the hoop from this Canes team and get to the line. Again, one of the best shooting teams you've seen under Coach Blundo, over 70%. But you got to be able to get to the line and even take those attempts.
Yeah, they're going to get him on a hook. There's no question about it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it, but we had a perfect angle, and he grabbed enough of the waist.
That's, I believe, number 4 on Cox.
So he's got 4. Quaylen Davis also with 4, so keep an eye on those.
To get it into Perkins. Perkins trying to back down Davis. Shot taken, no good. Battle for the rebound. Davis comes away with it.
How about great defense there by Quaylen Davis?
Well, Coffin with the steal as they get it back to Perkins. Loses control, picked up again by the Cox. Out to Lemon. Lemon does what he does best on a fast break, puts it in.
Quaylen Davis getting the rebound to play defensively.
Takes the shot, rolls no good. Archer on the follow through, puts it up and in with the foul.
Quaylen Davis played such great defense on that last possession with 4 fouls against him too. Impressive there. Then starts the break. By the way, Chase Lemon with 12 points. That's now a career high, by the way, for the senior. They're trying to figure out who's going into the game.
Yeah. Walker's coming in and Davis is coming out. That's what the choice is. So Archer looking for point. Can't quite get it. Does not complete the 3-point play, but here comes Cox. Finds Lemon. Lemon off the glass. No good. Rebound Blake as he gives it back out to Perkins. Perkins off the glass for 2. Perkins now at 5. A 15-point lead here for the Canes. 5 minutes here to play. Give it over to Walker. Back over to to Cox. Cox gives it back to Walker. They work it to the left side over to Graham. Graham drives inside. Graham throws it back out. We're going to get a whistle and a foul on the ground.
That's first foul against North Allegheny here in the quarter. Tigers are already in the bonus at the other end.
That'll go against Archer. Give it over to Walker. To Graham, to Cox in the corner for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound there by Jahil Archer. As they work it back out, and last touch there by the Canes going out of bounds. Stay with NA with 4:36 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Good transition defense back, though, especially by Cox. You're deep in the corner after missing the shot. And he's the one who sprints all the way back and knocks it out of bounds.
Throw it into Archer. Archer drives down the left lane. Turnaround jumper, too strong. And they're going to get a whistle and a push in the back.
Yeah, DePirac got a little bit too much on that one as he ended up giving Cox a push in the back going for the box out as Cox was up in the air. I now have Cox with a double-double unofficially, 14 points, 10 rebounds.
And Cox brings the ball up here for the Canes. He spins, drives into the lane with the right hand. He's going to pick up the foul. That'll go against Archer. That's his second.
This is what I mean, though. This is what you can do best, is getting into the lane. You get the step, draw the contact. And again, good body position, using his body to shield off the defender. The Archer had no choice but to go right through him to prevent the bucket.
So Cox's shot is up and good. We'll look to complete the pair. Back of the rim, no good. Goes for his own rebound, and last touch. NA going out of bounds. Will stay with Newcap.
Yeah, great job, Kai Cox, because he knew it was short, but he made sure he stayed behind the free throw line until it hit the rim, and then just knocked it off of the NA player out of bounds, saved the extra possession.
With the ball is Graham. Graham guarded there by Kraft as he drives by him on the left side, takes it to the hole, up and good for 2.
8 points now from Reno Graham, and saw the avenue, went right to it with the left hand with a nice little finger roll. Nice touch.
Archer loses control, stolen by Cox. Cox brings the ball up. Cox tries an alley-oop to Harrison, can't get it. Follow up by Walker 2 times, no good. And Archer comes away with it. Ball's loose, gives it back to Perkins. Perkins goes up strong, and he is fouled. And Perkins will head back to the line. Perkins gained more minutes here in the second half. Already has 5 points here in tonight's game.
Yeah, big boy out there, 6'5", sophomore. is Perkins. Don't know for sure, would not be surprised if you see him playing on Friday nights in the fall as well for the North Allegheny Tigers.
He definitely has the size.
And a quick feet, too. Been really impressed with how quick his feet are and how soft the touch is, even there from the line, making both. He's 3 for 4 from the stripe.
So it's a 14-point lead here, or excuse me, 16-point lead.
Canes led by 20 after 3 quarters. NA still playing hard. There's no easy nights, no easy minutes here in Section 1 of Class 6A.
As they bring the ball up, give it over to Cox. Like Newcastle wants to kind of run the offense, and then Cox is going to lose control of the ball on the turnover. Give it back to NA with 3:06 here to play in the fourth quarter. They get it over to Salters. Salters will bring the ball up. Salters. Guarded here by Graham. Gives it back over to Kraft. Kraft. Bounce pass over to Perkins. Back to Kraft. Kraft down the left lane. Kraft gets the position. Goes up strong. Shot no good. Ball can be batted out of bounds. Last touch by Cox going out of bounds. So stay with North Allegheny with 2:41 here to play in the quarter. They get it into Archer. Archer over to Perkins. Perkins drives from the left side, takes it to the hole, shot no good. Rebound there by Cox. Cox will bring it up here for Newcastle. We're under 2:30 here to play. Finds Lemon underneath. Lemon is going to get it. They're going to call a timeout here with 2:22 here to play. And this will be a 30-second timeout. So keep it right here.
Again, coming up after the game, we will announce our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Getting the game at MVP Insurance, home life, home auto, term life, and liability insurance and more, all at MVPINS.com. See some of the scores going across the bottom line from the girls' games tonight. Again, boys' games going on tomorrow night. Elwood City traveling to Aliquippa. Mohawk traveling to Freedom. Game will be at Union hosting Neshannock at the Gabelli Fieldhouse. Union coming off a big win against Southside and a big win for Neshannock. They go on a 7-0 run against Laurel on Friday night in the final minute of the game, including a game winner from Lyle Freeze with just under 8 seconds to go to keep Neshannock undefeated at the top of the section standings there in Class 2A. Great stuff as we wrap up the first half of section play. We'll also have real quick our podcast coming up on Wednesday as we hit the midway point of the section season.
Graham with the ball in the forecourt. Gives it over to Walker, back to Graham. Graham drives down the lane, stops his dribble, throws it back out. And Cox now with the ball. Gives it over to Graham as they work some of the clock, take some of the air out of the game. We're down to 2 minutes here to play.
Yeah, and this is good practice, too, to play a little keep away when you know you're going to have to down the stretch, as that foul will go against Archer. Just the team's third on Archer, but it's a good chance to be able to just go and, again, practice your 4 quarters offense, practice your keep away, because you know, come crunch time down the stretch in the postseason, you're going to have to.
Walker with the ball in the backcourt, gives it over to Cox. Cox crosses the timeline as they get the ball in the forecourt now at Walker. Over to Graham. Graham gives it into the corner. Work it back out. With the ball and a whistle and a foul against Perkins.
And that will send Graham to the PJM free throw line. We're in the red zone bonus for both schools. Remember, Spirit Sales can raise big money for your organization. See how you can score big at the red zone.
So Marino Graham's first shot is no good, rolling off to the left. Second shot is good. He now has 9 in the ball game. With the ring it up is Kraft. Kraft works underneath with the left hand, off the glass, good. Kraft with 9. We're down under 90 seconds here to play in the fourth quarter. Get the ball over to Graham. To Lemon. Back to Graham. Working on the work and going to try to take some air out of this game. We're down to minute 10.
Archer tried to give the personal and wasn't given.
Give it over to Walker. We're down minute 5. And with 1:01, Archer will commit the foul against Lemon and send Chase to the line.
I'm going to double check my numbers here. And yes, I am correct. This is Chase Lemon's first free throws of the season.
Chase averaging just 4 points a game.
Career
in double figure here tonight.
Career high 12 points, Tim.
And he missed his first shot.
Hey, give a shout out to Hunter Kelly, part of the Newcastle Bocce team. They won both their matches today against Union, so they are undefeated still in the Bocce season.
And his second shot is good, so he splits the pair. They work it in the corner for 3, up and good. That taken by Kaufman. He now has 11 in the ball game.
First Tiger in double figures tonight.
Cox brings the ball up. Works underneath to Walker. Walker off the glass and good.
Walker with a bucket in all 4 quarters. Down to 35 seconds remaining. A lot of the crowd going home. Tim trying to get home to see the start of the Steelers game as this one's out of reach.
Ball's going to be on the ground. Picked up there by Lemon. He gets it across the timeline. Gets it over to Cox. And Cox will be fouled there by Kaufman with 21 seconds remaining.
Again, Neshannock against Union tomorrow. We got Newcastle bowling on Wednesday starting at 3 o'clock as they're taking on the new Neshannock team. It's a Neshannock-Shenango combination team because Neshannock has a boys team. Shenango doesn't have a team, but they have an individual bowler, one of the best ones in the state, in Cassie Tucker, so we'll be really excited to see her on the lanes tomorrow at Sims. That's 3 o'clock. We'll have the coverage at lcsportsnet.com.
Cox hits them both. Makes it 64-47. We're down under 20 seconds here to play. Give it over to Perkins. Back to Archer. Archer drives into the lane with the right hand on the runner. Good.
Nifty move from Archer. That's what I look to see a little bit more of that from him. They don't even have to inbound it. They do anyway, and that's going to be how this one comes to an end.
Final score here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse as the Canes come away with a 64-49 victory over North Allegheny Tigers. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll start our Tri-County Principals post-game show. You're watching LC Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the side.
Tonight, someone is cold, hungry, and forgotten. At City Rescue Mission, we're more than a shelter. We're a bright beacon of light in our community, serving those in need to make our community stronger and healthier. We offer real help and real hope, and that hope is Jesus. We serve him by serving others in love, grace, mercy, and compassion. But we can't do it without you. Be the reason someone's story is rewritten in Christ. Give today at cityrescuemission.org.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Celebrating 25 years of the best coverage of high school sports in Western Pennsylvania. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, covering 140 schools throughout all 3 sports seasons. Trib HSSN is always there. On tribhssn.triblive.com, you'll find live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, news, and so much more. The Trib Live High School Sports Network, broadcasting high school sports in Western Pennsylvania for 25 years.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
And welcome to our Tri-County Principals post-game show here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse as the Kings come away with a 64-49 victory over North Allegheny here tonight to improve to 12-0 and 7-0 in section play as the Kings continue to play undefeated basketball here in the 2025-26 basketball season. And a game where the Kings kind of led, for the most part, from start to finish. It was early in this first quarter that North Allegheny, I said, stayed with the Canes for the most part. But as the quarter ended with a 19-15 lead for the Canes. But in the second quarter, the Canes defense dominated, turning into fast breaks as they led them at halftime 38-17, outscoring North Allegheny 19-2 in the second quarter. In the third quarter, North Allegheny outscored Newcastle by 16-15. And then in the fourth quarter, North Allegheny again outscored Newcastle, but by then the game was pretty much in hand for the Canes as they come away with a 64-49 victory.
And when you get 14 offensive rebounds, Tim, that leads to more opportunities. And in the end, unofficially with 20 more shots taken, Newcastle 26 of 60. So not the greatest percentage in the world, probably about 40% without pulling the calculator out. On the other side, 16 of 40 percentage-wise, so exactly 40% there for North Allegheny. But the difference is the fact that you've taken 20 more shots, and it's because of the offensive rebounds, also because of the turnovers. 16 committed by North Allegheny, cut that in half. 8 committed by the Canes as we look at this gem of a game with our gem scoring recap. We'll start with North Allegheny. Walk through this with me, Tim. Let's make sure we're on the right mark. I got Ben Kaufman leading with 11. Then I have 9 each for Jaleel Archer, Bobby Pirak, and Blake Kraft. And then 7 for J.B. Perkins, 2 for Cole O'Neill, and 2 for Brady Brinkley.
That's what I had.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. On the other side for Newcastle, leading the way, Kai Cox, 17 points, also unofficially with 12 rebounds for the double-double tonight for the sophomore, right at his season average as well. Came in averaging 18. Chase Lemon, career high, 13 tonight for the senior, 13 points. His first time in double digits, actually, as a Newcastle varsity player. Damien Harrison also in double figures with 11. Marino Graham with 9. Jermaine Walker with 8, and Quaylen Davis with 6 off the bench. Those two especially, man, that's great bench points. 8 for Walker and 6 for Davis off the bench. Schaefer played but did not score starting tonight for Newcastle. Doing the dirty work, though, with 5 rebounds as well in the game. There's your Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. The family-owned and operated general contractors for 4 generations, building our community for 70 years. GEMBuilders.com.
Yeah, it was a workmanlike attitude here by the Canes here tonight. They got challenged at different times throughout the ball game, but the Canes were able to find a way to get their 12th victory of the season, a 64-49 victory over North Allegheny. We got a couple T-shirts to give away here tonight, and we had a discussion about how we wanted to do this, because the play of the game, there was a lot of different choices we had. So we're going to give it a multiple fast breaks that ended up with Chase Lemon leading to his career-high 13 points here tonight. So Chase Lemon will get our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Chase Lemon of Newcastle. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Chase tonight with tonight's Play of the Game. He'll receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. To view tonight's Play of the Game, Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game, and a full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations again to Chase Lemon of Newcastle for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
On the other side, for your MVP Insurance MVP of the game, it's tough to go against the double-double of Kai Cox. 17 points, 12 rebounds on the day, and a couple of great assists, too. Again, a couple of those going deep on transition plays for Newcastle. But the big part of why he's our MVP tonight is because rebounding was a big issue against Fox Chapel on Friday night, and it looked like he took it personally, getting 12 big boards and doing it on both sides. I got him 8 defensive and 4 offensive rebounds. So Kai Cox and that double-double is your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Kai just got his customized T-shirt as well, courtesy of the Red Zone, in honor of being tonight's MVP of the game. And again, you can view the full list of game MVPs at lcsportsnet.com. Click on awards. Congratulations, Newcastle's Kai Cox getting another shirt as our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win.
Well, James, I know we got a full list of activities going on the rest of the week. Today is only Monday, but we got stuff on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right?
We're currently off Friday, but that is not finalized. Kind of spoiled my thunder there, Tim, a little bit. No, we are going to be back at it on Tuesday, tomorrow night, at the Cavelli Fieldhouse for Union Neshannock to wrap up the boys section, the first half of section play, I should say, in Class 2A, Section 4. Wednesday, bowling at Sims. That begins at 3 o'clock as the Newcastle bowling team. They're the number 2 scoring bowling team right now in all of the WPIAL, just behind Plum, who I think is now 3-time defending champion. So great start to the year for Newcastle. We get to see him in action on Wednesday. You also get to see Shenango's Cassie Tucker, part of that Shenango-Neshannock combo, going at it with them on Wednesday. Then doubleheader Thursday, the big game at 7:30 in District 10 between undefeated Wilmington in the girls' hoops game, taking on the many-time defending champion Kennedy Catholic Golden Eagles. But then we'll also be back here at the Fieldhouse for video coverage as Newcastle starts the second half of section play against the number 2 team right now in the section in North Hills. So that's going to be a big one. Newcastle took care of business on the road, but this is a much improved North Hills team since then. They need to come out firing on Thursday night for that one. Tim and Eric will be on the call for that one here from the Fieldhouse on Thursday night. And then Friday, as of now, we're clear, but we'll see. Maybe the boss will be nice and give everybody a Friday off. We'll see how that plays out.
We'll see how that plays out. It sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse. For everyone can turn over and watch some NFL playoff as everyone's getting excited about the Steelers game coming up.
Even the guy staying to my left, he's excited about it. Isn't the Cleveland Brownie?
Exactly it. You know, fantasy football is still around, and I got a big draft coming up next week.
Well, in a moment, give a shout out to the Nutcase. She's wearing a jersey. She's ready to get home. Ash Pistachio. Big thanks to her. Big thanks to producer Rob Natal and everyone here at Newcastle, as always. Great stuff from them. Big stuff. Big win here by 15 for the Canes tonight, and they remain undefeated midway through the season.
All right. Always check out the social medias for LC Sportsnet and stay in touch with everything we got going on here in Lawrence County. For my partner, James Dotson, I'm Tim Continenza. Wish you a wonderful good evening. Once again, our final score, Newcastle will winner 64-49 over North Allegheny. Have a great night, everyone.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.